Welcome to the first live stream of 2022. Yay! So happy to finally be back. Yeah. So I'm just, waiting for anyone to join. Going to set up everything on my computer, of course. Okay. But for anyone who is here, hi and welcome. You have all been missed. Brevin's Flicks and Games. Hi, Sarah. Well, hi, Brevin. Happy to see you here. Hope you had a great new year and that 2022 has been good so far. Yeah. Brevin, hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm doing very good. Yeah. And the theme for this month is slashery, so slasher movies. So I have to have the appropriate makeup, of course. The 80s style makeup. Yes. Nathan. Hi, Sarah. Well, hi, Nathan. Happy to have you here as always. And today I'm thinking that we can talk about our favorite movies of 2021 and our worst horror movies of 2021. So please let me know your favorites and your least favorites of 2021. And we can also talk about favorite horror TV shows and least favorite horror TV shows of 2021. Because I did put up that very long New Year's video where I released my own lists of best and worst movies and TV shows, and then I asked others to join in, and they shared their own lists. So it was very long, I think 1 hour and 29 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, but I did enjoy putting that together, yeah. So I'm really happy that I did. And I'm really happy with the way that video turned out, yeah. It was just a nightmare rendering that video. Oof. It took forever. And I was supposed to go to my friend's house to celebrate New Year's. So at first, we were supposed to be there at around 8 p.m. So, I was rendering the video. And at first, it went like kind of fast. I was like, okay, good, we're on schedule. So it was me and my boyfriend. So we're just, sitting, waiting, watching something, preparing, getting in the mood of celebrating New Year's. And then we were supposed to take a bus, like 7:30 p.m. Yeah, that did not happen. I was like, oh, the rendering is not done. Crap. So 8 p.m. happened. The video was not done. So I texted my friend. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for his video to finish so I can put it up. I will probably be here maybe be late 20 minutes or something. He was like, it's fine. But they were preparing dinner for us. So 20 minutes later, it's still nowhere near done. I'm like, ah. So me and boyfriend just sitting there like, please, can this video be done, please? And he's like, we will take an Uber. Once the video finishes, we'll just take an Uber, it'll be quick. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And then at 10 to 9, so 8:50 p.m. the video finishes rendering, exporting, and I'm like, yes, I'm just putting it up, call it Uber, I have pre-packed everything, let's go. And then I think we came to my friend's house at a few minutes after 9 p.m. Yeah. And they're like, please, can we eat now? We're so hungry. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but that video had to be put up, Yeah, it was a very important video. So I managed to put it up, but it was nerve-wracking. And to have to wait that long. Oof. But yeah. So let's see. Nathan, Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Jan, hello. Well, hello, Jan. Happy to have you here. But my basement was flooded, and unfortunately, my cutout of Freddy and Jason was damaged before I got it replaced, so that wasn't fun. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Brevin. I really am. That really sucks. Oh, Freddy and Jason. Oh. my heart is breaking a bit. So sorry. Nathan, the most disappointing was Halloween Kills. The best for me was Last Night in Soho. Oh, yeah, I agree. Halloween Kills was a disappointment, unfortunately. I mean, it did have a few fun moments and scenes and some good ideas, but oh, yes, I'm back. I'm back. I got that update on my phone. I'm like, yeah, I'm not updating anything now. I'm having a live stream. Yes. Last Night in Soho. I still haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, I didn't manage to catch it at the cinema, but hopefully I will, because I've heard nothing but amazing things about Last Night in Soho. So of course, I have to search for it. Last Night in Soho. Okay. An aspiring fashion designer is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s where she encounters a dazzling wannabe singer. But the glamour is not all it appears to be, and the dreams of the past start to crack and splinter into something darker. Yeah, I mean, I've wanted to watch this for such a long time, but yeah, I'll probably wait until it's streaming somewhere or coming out on physical media. But I've such a shame that I didn't manage to watch it last year because that might have made my list of best movies or horror movies in 2021. So yeah, I will probably always be bothered by that. But yeah, moving forward, hopefully I will be able to watch that soon. Yeah. Brandon. For slashers, I recommend American Psycho or Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Yeah, I mean, both are really good. And Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho is one of my favorites. Such a great movie. It really is. And American Psycho, I remember reading the book when I was 12, I think. I think I found it in my dad's book collection, and it was like a brick, and I was like, oh, what's this? American Psycho sounds nice and lovely. Sounds like a kind of horror book I would love to read. So I did. Yeah, it is like one of the, at that time, the most graphic horror books I've ever read, but it was so good. But just the description of everything, and yeah, it definitely etched itself in my mind. Yeah. I've only seen the movie once though, and it was way, way back. So I haven't seen American Psycho in such a long time. I do have it in my collection. Maybe I will rewatch it soon, but I don't know. I'm not planning on reviewing American Psycho this year actually. But who knows? Maybe. Maybe I will change my mind. Because I do want to rewatch it, but I don't know when. Yeah. Okay, just going to take a sip of this. But yeah, American Psycho, that movie is good. And that book is really good. And I mean, the performance by Christian Bale in that movie, oof, so amazing. So let's see. American Psycho. For anyone who hasn't seen this. A wealthy New York City investment banking executive, Patrick Bateman, hides his alternate psychotic ego from his coworkers and friends as he delves deeper into his violent, hedonistic fantasies. Yeah. Nathan, you will love it, trust me. Yeah, I probably will. I would love to see a review for Pieces. Ooh, I haven't seen Pieces in such a long time. So yeah, I definitely want to rewatch that. Yeah. So let's check that one out. There we have it. from 1982. Okay. The co-eds of a Boston college campus are targeted by a mysterious killer who's creating a human jigsaw puzzle from their body parts. Exactly the kind of puzzle I would love to solve. No. Brevin. Christian Bale in American Psycho, in my opinion, gives an Oscar-worthy performance. He's why I go back and watch it every now and then. I mean, he was perfect for that part, but I remember reading something about that he wasn't the first choice, or he turned it down originally, or there was something. There was, yeah, kind of back and forth between him and this character and getting the part. I don't really know exactly the story, but if someone knows, please let me know. Nathan, if you do, I'll review it on my Insta as well. Ooh, yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. I have to check if I have that one in my collection. I'm not sure. I have to check. But I know David has it in his collection, so worst case scenario, I can borrow it from him. Oh, we have a spammer here, Ederil Bot. Hello, Ederil Bot. Always not glad to have the spammers, so we have to take care of this. And yes, okay, done. Yeah, but yeah, that was a good tip. Pieces. We'll see if I can fit that in somewhere, or maybe I will review pieces on my Patreon page. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm planning to record some reviews tomorrow for my Patreon page because I'm off tomorrow. So that's definitely happening. Yeah. Because I have a few good ones that I have seen lately that doesn't really fit any themes, but I just want to talk about them. So, you know, my Patreon page is perfect for that. Yeah. John, Happy New Year, Sarah. Well, Happy New Year, John, and happy to have you here. Hope you're doing good. Nathan, awesome. Okay. Well, we can talk about maybe start with my worst TV show of 2021. Honestly, I did watch a lot of TV shows, more than I usually do in a year, but there weren't really any bad ones. Like the ones I watched were okay or good to really good. So I could only put one as my worst TV show of 2021. And that is I Know What You Did Last Summer, the TV show. It was kind of bad, but I wouldn't say completely awful. It did have its moments. And it does feature two really cool kills that I have to give them credit for. I was not expecting them to be done in that way, but I'm happy they were. But the story and the reveal of who was behind this was really bad, was badly executed, and I don't know, I thought that they could have made something up more cleverly. Yeah, I don't know. It just felt kind of lazy. Yeah, lazy writing. Like they were like, how do we put this everything together? How do we finish this? What's the ending? And they're like, maybe this. Seems like the least amount of effort. So yeah, unfortunately, I mean the characters weren't really fun to watch either, if I have to be honest. So yeah, there wasn't a lot to like, and I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show, but at least it had two really good kill scenes. But yeah, other than that show, I have to say that the shows I watched were good. Yeah, most of them were really enjoyable. So I tried finding more bad shows that I watched, but I went through everything and I couldn't. Yeah. So I guess that's a good thing. Yeah. Let's see. Nathan, been loving the Patreon reviews. I definitely need to see Titan. Yes, you do need to see Titan. We will talk more about Titan soon. Brevin, one of my favorite slashers in recent years was Freaky, which I thought was also hilarious, mostly because of Vince Vaughn. Yeah, I mean, Freaky, I enjoyed it a lot. It was really, really good. And I do have it in my collection, but I will not be reviewing Freaky this month because I already have everything lined up. But maybe saving it for, Slashery in 2023. Maybe. But yeah, let's check out Freaky. Okay. After swapping bodies with a deranged serial killer, a young girl in high school discovers she has less than 24 hours before the change becomes permanent. I mean, it is a really fun idea, and I think it worked so well. And Vince Vaughn did a really amazing character portrayal. Let's see, Physical Media Agent. Hello there, first time I'm on your stream. Well, hi, happy to have you here. You're most welcome. Yeah, we're just talking about best and worst horror movies and TV shows of 2021. And you can talk about any horror movie that you want to. Yeah. And Nathan. Gotta head off, everyone. Hope you all have a great day. Well, thank you for being here as long as you were, and hope your day will be amazing, Nathan. Thank you so much. Yes, so as I said, I could only put down I Know What You Did Last Summer as the worst TV show I saw last year. Yeah, so that was a short list. And then, of course, we can talk about my favorite TV shows that I saw last year. I wrote down 3, but there are a few more, of course. But let's see if I remember them, because that note kind of got away somewhere. So I'll see. My third one. Can't remember my third one. I mean, I put up a video out of it, but let's see. My second one was definitely Chucky, the TV show. But I really enjoyed that one. That was so good. I wasn't really expecting anything because I didn't really like the remake or reboot or whatever. But the TV show of Chucky was surprisingly fun. And I mean, Chucky had like funny one-liners. It was just so fun to watch, and the kills were really good, very bloody. They could have put up even more kills, but it was a fun show, and I kind of liked that they brought back some characters. So if you haven't seen that show, then please do. It's a lot of fun. And I have to say, my number one TV show of 2021 is definitely the one everyone's talking about, Squid Game. I mean, that was simply amazing. It blew my mind. I mean, the premise, very clever. It hooked me right from the start. And I mean, it has everything. I mean, it has death and life in children's games that these adults are playing. I mean, I was always on the edge of my seat every episode because I know, there's a new challenge coming. Who will die? Who will oof? And I mean, we got to know the characters so well. Felt like we kind of bonded with them. And then, when something bad happened to one of my favorite characters, it was very, very sad. It was. But I loved the show. It was amazing. It was the best thing I saw last year. And yeah. Hopefully they will make a sequel or a second season. I'm hoping. Yeah. So Squid Game, definitely my favorite TV show of last year. Yeah. In my mind, nothing beats that. Yeah. After watching Squid Game, I saw another South Korean TV show called Hellbound. And I thought that show, it was okay. But I had just seen Squid Game. So I mean, Hellbound was no Squid Game. But it did have some good scenes, some very good moments. But in the beginning it felt kind of so and so. It took a while before I kind of got into it, and the ending was definitely a lot better than the beginning, and it was much stronger. So overall, it was an okay season, okay show. But you know, Squid Game, oof, the best. Let's see, Bremen. Let's hope that Halloween Ends will be better than Kills. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm hoping for that too. Yeah, and I did enjoy, the first sequel, not Halloween 2, but Halloween 4 years later. I did enjoy that one. So, I mean, if Halloween Ends is even better than that, then I will be super happy. Because, as I said in the beginning, Halloween Kills was very disappointing to me. I know a lot of people loved it, but yeah, I was very disappointed, unfortunately. Yeah. So, yeah, fingers crossed that Halloween Ends is better. Cinephilia is a real thing. Well, hi! Happy to have you here. Good you could join my live stream. Hope you're doing well. Physical media agent Candyman and Don't Breathe were pretty good. All was very bad in my opinion. It left no emotions whatsoever, which is very rare for me. Ah, Candyman 2021. Sorry, no, I know what you meant. The Don't Breathe 2, yeah. Actually, I haven't managed to watch Don't Breathe 2 yet. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it, especially with the premise being kind of, as I said, I've not seen it, so I don't know if it works or not. But you know, he was not a likable character in the first movie. The blind man who was the main character here. But as I said, I haven't seen the film, so I can't say if it works or not. But I just heard a lot of mixed things. But I did love the first Don't Breathe. But yeah, the new Candyman, that it was quite good. I still prefer the first one, but this was a really good sequel in my opinion. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you mentioned Old also. Yeah, I mean Old. It was a movie that I thought was okay. Definitely better than a lot of other work from M. Night Shyamalan, but also not his best. So I can see where you're coming from. But I did think that the premise and idea was very exciting. That they grow old in a matter of hours, like they grow years in a matter of minutes and hours. So I think that was a really good idea. But yeah, of course, some things were not as good. But I did like the ending. I liked how they tied everything together. But yeah, it was not the best. Not my favorite, but it's not on my worst list. No. There were a lot of worse movies than Old. Um, but let's see. Gory Bits. Well, hi, Gory Bits. Happy to have you here. You are awesome. I love this amount of work you put into your content. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. And your channel is amazing as well. So yeah. But yeah, thank you for that amazing compliment. It really means a lot. Yeah, I try. I try. Physical media agent. What's the last movie you picked up? Oh, the last movie I got 7 movies from the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday sale, and they arrived just in time for Christmas. So let me see if I remember any of them. But one was The Cellar from 1988, creature feature. Then we have Play Dead, a elderly woman. She is out seeking revenge, and she uses black magic to put like curses on people, and she's using her dog to kind of attack them and kill them. And then I got, let's see, Shallow Grave, kind of slasher from 1987, I think, about 4 women who are out on spring break or a trip. And one of them witnesses a murder, a man murdering a woman. And then he knows that she knows, so, that's not okay. So he has to go after her and her friends. Yeah. And then I saw Killing Birds. I also got Killing Birds. It's also known as Zombie 5, and also Raptors. Yeah, it has 3 titles, and it shows in the movie that this movie has 3 titles. Yeah, because Killing Birds kind of started off with a nice scene. We see a man killing, I think, a guy and a man, and then a woman, and they are these birds around him in the cages, but they manage to escape, and they pluck out his eyes. So they go berserk on this man, but he survives. And then we go some years later, maybe 20 years later, or I don't know how many years later. Uh, but and then it turns into kind of a slasher movie, but with creatures. I don't even know what kind of creatures they were. The birds they stopped. Yeah, they were kind of no bird, more birds. But it looked like maybe they were kind of zombie-ish or raptor-ish. Yeah, I mean, it showed that there were lots of ideas that wanted to go into this film. And the film couldn't really decide, in which way it wanted to go. But it was entertaining. So don't get me wrong. Killing Birds was entertaining. I was just expecting more, birds killing people. So yeah. I'm a bit disappointed that I did not get a lot of that. Yeah. And then what did I get? Let's see. Oh, Ice Cream Man. Yes, that was one of the movies. Ice Cream Man. Yeah. Yeah. And then I got 2 more movies that I haven't seen yet. Dear Dead Delilah and Luther the Geek. Yeah. But I did also order 3 movies from the Arrow sale that they had like 1 month ago. So I'm still waiting for them. They haven't arrived, but they will be my first pickups of 2022. So I'm very excited. But other than that, I haven't ordered anything new yet. Which is Christmas. I bought a lot of Christmas gifts, so need to cut down on buying more physical media for a while. But hopefully, when a lot of sales will pick up in April again, by then, hopefully, I can buy more. Let's see, Physical Media Agent. I haven't seen all of M. Night Shyamalan movies. I've seen the Split Trilogy, which is very good. Also, The Devil is pretty intense. Yeah, I like the Split Trilogy, and also Devil was very nice. It was good. I like the concept, but I don't think he directed it. But he was he a writer maybe? Let's see. Devil. It's called Just Devil. Let's see. So many titles with devil in it. So let's see. Here we have it. Okay, he was a producer. Yeah, a producer and a writer. Okay, a producer and a writer for Devil, which was, in my opinion, very good. I like the concept that there are these people stuck in an elevator. I think it's 4 or 5 of them. A group of people are trapped in an elevator, and the devil is mysteriously among them. So you have to kind of guess who is the devil, because the people start dying one by one, and then you're left with 2 of them. And you're like, well, one of them is the devil. But yeah, I think it was cleverly made. Yeah. See, John, Zombie 5. Yep, heard about Killing Birds. Yeah, it's a special movie, but it was fun to watch, even though it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible as either. I had heard and read so many awful things about Killing Birds. I thought it was gonna be just straight off awful, but it wasn't. Physical Media Agent. The only zombie to me is the zombie. Part 2 was terrible. Yeah, I don't even remember part 2. But yeah, there are a lot of those zombie 3 and 4 and physical media agent. At some point, I got into Italian horror, mostly zombie movies, but out of many I watched, most of them were forgettable. The zombies really great and not just some cheap knockoff as many of them. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've also seen a lot of Italian horror movies. There are so many different Italian horror movies. We have the Giallo, we have the zombies, then we have some Eurocrime, which aren't like particularly horror, but features some horror elements in some of them. Yeah, there are just so many Italian horror movies, and a lot of them are forgettable. So I know what you mean, but then there are so many good ones as well, and also some of well, my favorite director is Dario Argento, and he made my favorite movie, Suspiria. So we have some top quality. Yeah. Physical media hygiene. I remember myself. Reminded myself that I should rewatch Devil soon. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. I tend to rewatch it every 3 or 4 years. But yeah, it's fun. Physical media agent. Fucci is underrated for sure. Yeah, he is. But also Mario Bava is quite underrated. Even though Dario Argento is my favorite director, I think that a lot of the other Italian directors kind of got kind of put to the side because of everyone is praising Dario Argento and focusing a lot on his work. It's getting a lot of attention, and Fulci's and Bava's work just isn't getting that kind of attention or not enough. But I do like them as well. They all have their separate styles, and they all have a lot of great movies. Physical media agent. I got myself the Gates of Hell trilogy, Australian Blu-ray, which is pretty much my only Italian horror, since those titles from Scream Factory and Arrow are very expensive to me. Uh, yeah, I can understand that, but it's really cool that you got the Gates of Hell trilogy. Nice. But yeah, it's not cheap collecting movies. That is for sure. Yeah. No, I always try to buy stuff from Vinegar Syndrome when they have their sale, but it's still kind of expensive, even when they're having sales. Yeah. And the Arrow, I always wait when they have a sale, because their starting prices are always kind of expensive, but when they are having sales, then I'm like, oof, yes. Physical media agent, gotta find zombie for a good price. Yeah, I think there should be. I know, or does Arrow have it? Let me check. I'm just remembering something. Zombie Arrow video. Let's see. Yeah, nice. It is released. I don't know if they have it in stock right now. Let's check their site. Arrow Video. Zombie Flesh Eaters. Couldn't find anything there. Zombie. Oh, there it is. Yeah, but it might be the wrong region, maybe. But the Arrow Films, I think it's the UK. They have Zombie Flesh Eaters on Blu-ray for £15, but as I said, it might be the wrong region. Mike White, hi Sarah. Have you seen Black Friday yet? I know it's coming out tomorrow. Yeah, I've seen Black Friday, and I'm planning on reviewing it on my Patreon page. But yeah, I thought it was okay. Uh, but it just lacked a lot of the comedy and the kind of dark humor that was built up in the first and half of the second act. But it was okay. It was fun to see Bruce Campbell for sure. I liked him in this film, but yeah, it kind of fell flat in the third act, which was a really such a shame. Yeah, because I really enjoyed the movie until then. Yeah. Physical media agent. The best edition for zombie would obviously be the Blue Underground 4K set or Blu-ray with a lenticular cover. Okay. Are you from the UK? No, I'm from Sweden. Yeah, I live in Stockholm, Sweden. Yeah. Phil's creepy videos. Hi, Phil. If you could have an hour lunch with any actor or actress, alive or dead, who would you be eating lunch with and why? Just from the top of my head, I would say Barbara Steele. I just really like her. I just fell in love with her when I saw Black Sunday, and I've seen a lot of her movies. And yeah, she just portrays something special when she's in a character. And yeah, I just love to have lunch with her and just ask her a bunch of questions about all the horror movies she's been in. And yeah, I think that would be really cool. Yeah. Oh, okay, we have people knowing each other here. That's nice. I always like when that happens. Oof, need to have a sip. Mm. Oh, that was my cat. Oh, you might see her there. Yes. Abby. 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 Hey. You wanna come over here? Say hello to all the amazing people here? No? Okay. um, Physical media agent. So I suppose it's also problematic for you when it comes to shipping costs and regions. I live in Russia myself. Oh, okay. Yes. I mean, the shipping costs have gone up since, Brexit. And now I have to pay customs. And because of the pandemic, it has also gone up twice as much as it used to be. So it's crazy. It's really sad because I know a lot of friends who have stopped buying from Arrow and sites like that because of the shipping costs. It's crazy. And regions, of course. Like when I went to Vinegar Syndrome's Black Friday sale, I couldn't buy everything I wanted because a lot of them were the wrong region. So, such a shame. Mike. Nice. I'll let you know if I like it. I still need to watch the final season of Evil Dead. I want to get the Evil Dead box set. Oh, nice. You talking about the new one? Yeah, I saw that. It looks amazing. There she is. Abby. Say hello. Yeah. But yeah, it looks really good. And yeah, I really liked the Evil Dead TV show. I thought it was really good. Romeo, well, hi Romeo. Hey Sarah, great top best worst of 2021 video. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad how it came out. Yeah. Physical media agent. Do you have physical media in Sweden? We do. We used to have a lot actually. When I was younger or a teenager, I used to go to a lot of physical media shops here in Stockholm and other places. And there was a lot, but now they are closing down one by one because not a lot of people here really buy a lot of physical media, unfortunately. So I'm really sad because I used to find a lot of good movies quite cheap, and now they're closing down, and yeah, I'm really sad. So usually buy or order online from Swedish sites sometimes. Not a lot because they don't really have a lot or like special releases. And then I always, before the pandemic, I always went to the sci-fi convention here in Stockholm. I even flew over to go to the sci-fi convention in Norway one year. That was fun. But yeah, I was going to the sci-fi convention, and there, I mean, there I find everything. I always save up a lot of money for that event. Then I go and I spend. And one time I think I came home with 100 movies, a lot of horror figures, posters, shirts, and yeah, it was insane. But oh, it was so much fun. But yeah, now we're not having that. Maybe this year, I don't know, or next year, I don't know. But yeah, I mostly order stuff online here. Not really buying in physical shops anymore because I said that they're closing down. Like yeah, the new one. Nice. Do you watch any Sweden original horror? I mean, we have a few horror movies here in Sweden that are really good, but as I think I talked about Scandinavian horror in a live stream like way back. I think in April or May. And Sweden, we are kind of behind, I think. I mean, we have some really good horror movies, but there are a few, not a lot. And I think the horror movies here in Sweden that have came out like the last year or two, they feel like horror movies, what Hollywood released like 10 years ago. And yeah, I mean, we need to do better. I mean, Norway has some amazing horror movies. They kick ass. They are amazing. Yeah. Denmark, amazing horror movies. Finland, they have a few really amazing horror movies as well. And then we in Sweden, we're like, we're taking baby steps while everyone else are doing a marathon and running. Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, hoping that will change one day. Physical media agent. In Russia, the situation with physical media is very sad. Currently, we only have Universal and some local distributors. It's expensive to pay for the right to release them, and it just doesn't pay off. Oh, that's very sad to hear as well. Screen Stars, good evening. Well, hi. Happy to have you here. Hope you're doing okay or really good. And Mike, the best horror I have seen has been from Germany. Okay. Well, my favorite movie is Suspiria, and it's from Italy. So I have to say, it's from Italy. But I mean, there are a lot of amazing horror movies from different countries. So I would say at least almost every country has at least one really good movie. I don't say every because, yeah, but almost. I'm sure you can find at least some horror movies that are good in each country. But yeah, some countries are just better at making really good horror movies for sure. Dennis, Happy New Year, Sarah. Well, Happy New Year, Dennis. Happy to have you here. John, Denmark made Reptilicus in the 60s. Amazing. Yeah, I know. I saw that one, I think, was it a year or 2 years ago? Yeah, I think 2 years ago I saw Reptilicus because I bought it at the Monsters of Film Festival here in Sweden. And I saw that they had Reptilicus on DVD, quite cheap. And I was like, I'm getting that. It was a movie that I have never seen before. And I just looked at the cover and I was like, I have to have that. That looks amazing. And it was, quite bad, but in a fun way. Yeah, I had fun watching it. And they made up such a catchy song in that movie. It's still playing in my head. So, let's check this one out. Reptilicus. After copper miners discover part of the frozen tail of a prehistoric monster in Lapland, scientists inadvertently bring it back to life. Yeah. So I mean, if you just look at the trailer, I mean, it looks quite hilarious. Unfortunately, we did not get to see the monster so much. I wished we had seen a little bit more, but you know, it's from the '60s, so I'll give that one a pass. Yeah, they it works. And that is why your lips is wonderful. Well, thank you. Well, since you know I'm having a slasher movie theme this month, I had to have my makeup done as they did in the '80s. So yeah, not my usual red, but my unusual metallic pink. Physical media agent. Am I the only one who goes on a streaming service like Netflix and just leaves it because there's literally nothing to watch? But when I watch a physical copy, I'm more engrossed in the movie. Yeah, well, I do have a lot of streaming accounts like Netflix and HBO Max and Disney Plus. But yeah, I mean, I think it's so much more fun to put in a physical media, a Blu-ray or a DVD, lay in bed and watch that. So I understand exactly what you're saying. So yeah, I'm kind of more into it. I kind of focus more. Sometimes when watching stuff on Netflix, if it's not like super amazing like Squid Game, then I pause sometimes. I go and I do this and I do that, and then I come back and I'll look some more, and then yeah. Then I Sarah watched American Horror Story 1994. Yeah, I saw it when it came out. I really liked that season. Fun slasher theme season. Joachim, well, hello Joachim. What is your favorite cinema in Stockholm? Well, I do really like Park, Biograph Park. That is really nice. And usually Monsters of Film, they have their openings day or ceremony in Park, which is quite big and really nice. But Bio Rio is also very nice. They have like a smaller section. Like the first we have Bio Rio, and then if you go down like I don't know how many meters, but it's quite close. And they have quite a really small part, a small cinema where they also have a bar, and then you can order in food, and you sit at like small tables instead of on these chairs, which is also quite nice. But then I really like there's a VIP part, a VIP cinema in a place called Mall of Scandinavia. It's like a shopping mall, and they have a cinema. So I really like their VIP section because I mean the chairs are amazing. You can go all the way back. The drinks are really good. You can get yourself a really fancy, nice drink and ordering food, and it's really amazing. So those are definitely my top three. But mostly I go to Mall of Scandinavia to watch movies because it's also quite close to where I live. Mike, I want to sign up for Shudder to watch Creepshow and other originals. Yeah, unfortunately Shudder doesn't work in Sweden. I'm so sad because I know they have a lot of good stuff. Because I get a lot of screeners for stuff that is on Shudder, but not all of it. So, physical media agent. Or Dennis, Sarah, you love action comedy. Action comedy can be okay. I mean, not my favorite, but it can be okay. But some movies are really good. Every genre has like good movies. Physical media agent. It's 2:13 a.m. and I'm thinking of watching Devil. Should I really? Yes, you should. You should. Oh, here in Sweden it's 15 past midnight. Yes. But I think you definitely should watch Devil at this hour. Screen TV. Good night. Well, hi. Yeah, it's night here as well. So, yeah. Happy to have you here. I totally forgot that I was discussing my best and worst horror movies and TV shows of 2021. I'm finished with the TV shows, and we can maybe move on to which movies I thought were the worst in 2021, or the five worst. I mean that there were more which weren't so good, but I just kept it to five to not make the video that I put up on my channel so long, even though it wasn't really long. But yeah. Okay. So, number five of my worst horror movies last year was A Classic Horror Story. So let's check this one out. It was on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix. But yeah, in this gruesome suspense film, strangers traveling in southern Italy become stranded in the woods where they must fight desperately to get out alive. Yeah, I mean, this movie did take a lot of really recognizable elements from a lot of these classic horror movies that everyone knows. But I don't think that they managed to put them together in a way that really, really worked or felt really clever. I mean, there were some good kills and some good gore in it, I have to admit. But I just didn't really feel for the characters a lot, and I did not like the ending at all. Yeah. So, unfortunately, number five has to be A Classic Horror Story. Yeah. Not a lot of people like that movie a lot. So I was really excited when I first, before I watched it, because I was like, this is probably a typical Sarah movie. But unfortunately, it wasn't for me. Yeah. But maybe I will give it a second chance someday, to see if I'm wrong. But it won't happen soon. Okay, then it's Barefoot Sarah and Slasher. It's no more strange. Well, it depends on the scene. Is it really warm? Is it a flat surface where my feet don't get hurt? Or am I just. Do I have heels on and I see a killer? If I see a killer and I have to run, then I take my heels off, then I will be barefoot. So it all depends on the situation. It has to work for the story and for the movie. Yeah. Okay. So number four of my worst movies of 2021 is Night Teeth. That one was or is on Netflix. I'm not sure if it is on Netflix anymore, but it was in October. So let's see. A college student moonlighting as a chauffeur picks up two mysterious women for a night of party hopping across LA. But when he uncovers their bloodthirsty intentions and their dangerous, shadowy underworld, he must fight to stay alive. Yeah, I mean, we have this guy picking up these two vampires, female vampires, to drive around, and I don't know. I found them to be not very likable, or just I wasn't really interested in knowing what happens to them or following them. And I don't think that this movie brought anything new or unique to the vampire genre that makes it a fun watch. I just didn't think that this movie was good. Unfortunately, it felt kind of flat. Yeah. So if you've seen any of these movies that I'm talking about, please let me know your own thoughts. And it is okay to disagree with me. No problem. But yes, I have to put Night Teeth at number 4 of the worst 2021 lists. Okay, moving on to number 3, which was also a movie that was released on Netflix during October when they were releasing their Halloween horror movies. But number 3 is called Hypnotic. So let me see. Okay. A young woman seeking self-improvement enlists the help of a renowned hypnotherapist. But after a handful of intense sessions, she discovers unexpected and deadly consequences. I mean, the worst flaw with this movie is that it's really predictable. It's a story we've heard before, and my cat is, yeah, making sure that she doesn't tear down my camera. She's right at, okay. Thank you, Abby. Thank you. Everything is okay. Camera survived. But as I said, Hypnotic, it is so predictable. I knew from the very first moment when the main character, played by Katie Seagal, I think her name is Kate Siegel. Yeah, Kate Siegel. You know, my planning wife. She meets this therapist, and I was like, it feels like this is what is going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't, but probably. And then that's exactly what happened. I don't want to spoil it, but if you see this movie, then you'll probably know exactly how this will end and how this will progress. And it was quite boring. It wasn't exciting. It, I mean, she did an okay job, but she wasn't as good as she usually is. I'm not blaming it on her, blaming it on the script and probably director, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, that wasn't good at all. Oh, here is my cat. Hi, Abby. Are you here to say hello to everyone? Yes. But yeah, Hypnotic is the number 3 of my worst list. Hi, Abby. Ooh. Bye. Mike, that sounds like my style of movie. Okay, well, please check it out and let me know your own thoughts about it. I'm very curious. That is, what worst horror movies in 2021? Yeah, I'm getting there. I have named number 5, 4, and 3. Okay, so my number 2 on my worst list for 2021 is actually a Swedish movie. Yes. You know, I talked about that Sweden has a lot to catch up on when it comes to horror movies, and this movie just shows it. So it is called Knocking, or in Sweden it's called Knackningar. It came out early this year. I saw it at the Gothenburg Film Festival, and I mean, I didn't have high hopes because it's a Swedish horror movie, but I was expecting something better than this, to be honest. So let's see. Okay. A woman leaves a psychiatric ward after a nervous breakdown, only to start hearing mysterious knocking sounds in her apartment. Yes. So this woman is being released from the psychiatric ward, and she's trying to get her life back together. She has her new apartment, and then suddenly she starts hearing these knocking sounds coming like every day. And she starts investigating where they are coming from. And I honestly think that the idea and the initial script probably was way better than the execution. Because it sounds kind of like, okay, we can make, you know, these knocking sounds kind of terrifying and kind of intense, and we can really build a really great atmosphere and a really good story around this. But everything just fell flat. The ending was awful. The acting was, for most part, awful. Unfortunately, so in Sweden, a lot of our actors has a theater background or something like that, and a lot of them use that in their like film acting. So everything just comes out really unnatural, really overly like this. Because you know, when you're on a stage, when you're doing theater, you have to make every gesture. You have to pronounce everything. You articulate better. So because that's the way it is. But in film acting, you don't really need that, and a lot of these actors they forget that, unfortunately. So it just feels very unnatural, and the dialogue was delivered in such an unnatural way that sometimes it was hard to look at, unfortunately. But yeah, that is a problem that almost everyone here in Sweden knows. But yeah, not a lot is being done about that, unfortunately. But yeah, Knocking is my number two worst movie of 2021, unfortunately. It really sucks that I had to put a Swedish movie on my list, but can't be biased. Mike, are you going to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Um, oh, the vampire one with the driver. Oh, yes, I will. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, even though I did not enjoy the latest one, Leatherface, so much. I have to be honest, I don't really remember a lot from Leatherface, so I do have to rewatch that one. Maybe I was in, the wrong mood or something. I will rewatch it because a lot of my friends like Leatherface, or they say it's okay. So I have to rewatch it, figure out why I didn't enjoy it, or maybe I will enjoy it more the second time. But I am really looking forward to the new one. I honestly don't know why, but I do like, as a whole, I do really like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. I think the first one, the original one, is amazing. The sequel is really good, and then we have a few movies which are not so good. But then I really liked the remake. I thought it was amazing in its own way. And then we have Beginning, which I also enjoyed, and also 3D. I really liked. I know a lot of people hate that one, and it's okay, but I really like the Texas Chainsaw 3D. I do. I have to be honest. It's a guilty pleasure. I love it. But then Leatherface, it was a letdown. But as I said, I will rewatch it. Maybe I will like it better. But yeah, the new one, I haven't checked out so much from it yet. Haven't really read a lot about it. But yeah, I think it comes out next month. Is it the 18th of February or something like that? Physical media agent. So much looking forward to Scream. What about you? Which one is your favorite? Yeah, I am actually going to review every Scream movie this month as a slasher bonus. So I'm super excited about Scream 5. My favorite is of course the first one. I watched it when I was 12 and I was obsessed with it. I loved it. So that one is so nostalgic for me. Oof. I can't even begin to say how much I'm looking forward to watching Scream 5 and rewatching 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. But I will talk more about them when I will review them. Yeah. J Cart's Arts. I enjoyed Texas Chainsaw 3D too. Also one of my guilty pleasures. Oof. It's awesome to hear that at least one more person really likes that one. Yeah. Oof, making me want to rewatch it right now. But I will review all of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at some point. So I will rewatch it at that moment. And yeah, it's next month. Okay. Oof, excited. Physical media agent. I didn't watch any trailers because I just want to go to the theater knowing nothing about the plot. Yes, I am like that sometimes. When I was younger, I always watched the trailers. I always knew everything beforehand or as much as I could. But now, I think that trailers, they can be too long and too revealing a lot of the times. Yeah, I think trailers were made better before. And now they just reveal everything. Whenever I see like trailer and I see it's like 2 minutes, I'm like, no, I don't want to. It's too long. You're gonna reveal too much. Don't want to watch that. So I really like more teasers. Yeah, much more for teasers. The really shorter ones, they don't really reveal a lot. I want to watch something and not really know what's going on, that's a really good teaser or trailer. Yeah. Remember they did a trailer for, Mother? And you it was just a black screen, but you kind of heard voices and screaming. You had no idea what was going on, but it was a fantastic trailer. Yeah, that was a clever trailer. But now it's just too revealing. It's too revealing. So in that sense, I don't really watch a lot of trailers nowadays. I also want to go in not knowing a lot. Yeah. Mike, horror is going to have a good run this year. Yeah, I think so too. I'm already looking forward to doing my best and worst list of 2022. Mike, I'm always mentioning this, but the three from Hell trailer show the whole movie in random order. Oh, I don't even remember that trailer, or if I watched it or if I didn't. But I mean, I saw the movie, of course, but I can't remember the trailer. Then it's who directed Scream? Well, of course we have Wes Craven, who directed the first one. But we can see Scream 5. Okay, directed for Scream 5 are Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. Can't say that I recognize those names, but I mean, I'm happy anyway. Yeah. Physical media. Have you seen the latest Scream Dolby Cinema poster? They pretty much just used the fan art with Ghostface mask looking like a tunnel. No, I haven't. Let me see. Ah, that one. Oh, yes. Yeah, I saw it, but didn't really remember. But now when I see it again, yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's so the poster they have Scream 5. The tagline is "The killer is in the poster" or on this poster, and you also have a picture of the actors, and then you have a picture of Ghostface. So someone was like, "I found the killer," and they circled in Ghostface. I just thought it was hilarious. I'm like, well, yeah, that's the killer. Okay, can move on to my number one worst horror movie of 2021. Yes, it is The Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It. Yes. Unfortunately, it was the worst one for me because it had such a huge budget, great actors, but it just wasn't up to par with the first two. I didn't really think the story was that good or interesting to follow. I was quite bored a lot of times. It didn't have that feeling that the first two had. That creepy atmosphere. It didn't have the really good build up. I thought they put things in the wrong order. Could have edited that film quite differently to make it better, honestly. But I mean, Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson are always fantastic, so I'm not blaming them at all. But yeah, the movie, it was a huge letdown, unfortunately. So that was the worst movie of 2021 for me. Let's see. Mike, they did Ready or Not, which was pretty damn good, which actually had Adam Brody, which was the best character from Scream 4. Okay. I've seen Ready or Not, just didn't remember that they were the directors. Okay. Well, yeah, then I'm even more excited for Scream 5. And I mean, Adam Brody in Scream 4, I remember his character. It's not a big part, but it's a really important and funny part. And he also has, I remember because he's a cop, and then he has his buddy cop, and I think they are named after like horror characters from horror movies. At least if you put their names together or something like that. can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember being like, ah, they did that. That's a funny detail. Yeah. Okay. That was my worst list. So maybe we can go to my best list. Being a little more positive. So in 2021, I saw a lot of good movies. A lot. So it's kind of hard to choose my top 5. Usually I do a top 10. But as I said, I didn't want the video to go on like forever, so I cut it down to top 5. And my number 5 best movie of 2021 is Superhost. I was really surprised with that movie because when I first started watching it, it felt like it was kind of bad. I was like, oh no, this is what the movie will be. I don't really like these kinds of movies, but it surprised me. It was just really, really good. So let's see, Superhost. Okay. With their follower count dwindling, travel vloggers Teddy and Claire pivot to creating viral content around their most recent superhost, Rebecca, who wants more from the duo than a great review. Uh, yeah, I mean, the girl playing Rebecca, let's see, there she is, Gracie Gillan. She did a fantastic job. Yeah, and we also have Barbara Crampton in this one. And always fun watch Barbara in any movie. If there's a movie with her in it, I'm watching it, no matter what it is. But I think this movie just progressed and got better and better and better. And the third act is really, really good. Yeah, super good. So I was very surprised because I went in with super low expectations, but it ended up being really good. Then is Sarah, remember Necronomicon, Book of Dead? Yes, of course. Of course. Yes. Okay. And number 4 of my best movies of 2021 goes to Get the Hell Out. Yeah, I saw this one at the Monsters of Film Festival, and I don't know if it has had a proper release, but if you have a chance to watch Get the Hell Out, then please do. So let's see what it is about. It's from Taiwan. So Taiwan's parliament turns deadly when a virus transforms politicians into ravenous zombie mutants. So this one, the editing is very much inspired from anime movies. It's very like kitsch and fun, and it has a lot of humor in it. And I think the characters are kind of fantastic because they are so interesting. Even if they are evil or good, they are very interesting to follow. And this movie just really surprised me. It was just fun to watch. I had a great time. The effects are good as well. Yeah. So if you haven't seen Get the Hell Out, then please do. And I will also be reviewing this one on my Patreon page. So if you want to see more exclusive horror movie reviews from me, then you can support my Patreon page. I have my link under every review video that I do. And every support means a lot. Yeah, because it's one step closer to me being able to do this full time. Yes. So to those who are my Patreons, thank you so much. And to any of you who supports my channel, you don't have to be a Patreon. I also thank you so much, of course. Okay, well now we have my top 3 best horror movies of 2021. So in third place, we have Titan. Yes, a French Belgian movie. it is probably the strangest movie you will see in 2021. Or if you see it this year, 2022 probably. So, following a series of unexplained crimes, a father is reunited with a son who has been missing for 10 years. Titan, a metal highly resistant to heat and corrosion with high tensile strength alloys. I mean, after watching this movie, that description is kind of so-so. Um, I mean, it is kind of what this movie is about, but it's only a small part of it. There's a whole lot of things going on before. And I mean, it mixes a lot of different genres together. It has body horror. It has just very, very unique portrayals of characters. It has a lot of memorable scenes. It has some cool death scenes in it as well, and it has some humor in it, like dark humor mixed in there. And I mean, the portrayal of the main character, Alexia, played by Agatha, she did such an amazing job because this character was not an easy one to portray at all. So she did an amazing job. Yeah, and I mean, the director Julia DeCurnal, she made Raw before this, you know, that cannibal movie. And the main actress from Raw has a kind of small part in this one, but a very important part. But yeah, I mean, you can't really say what this is about because it's just, it has such a weird script, such a weird story. But it's really good. It's kind of fascinating. And as I said, it's probably the most unique film you will see in a while. I didn't even really know what to say after the first time I watched it. But I was just a little disappointed with the ending. I mean, it's still a fitting ending, but in my mind, it was going to end in a different way. And I was like, if this ends like this, then the movie will be just crazy. This will be the best movie hands down 2021. But I think the ending was a bit lame comparing to everything that was going on in the movie before. I think they could have taken the ending, they could have pushed it even more, like how I wanted it to be. But I mean, it's still a really, really good movie. A movie that will etch on in your mind probably forever. And I'm so happy that these types of movies are getting more focus in the mainstream. Yeah, I mean, it won the most prestigious award in the Cannes Film Festival, and I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, that it is the Academy Award nominee from France for Best Foreign Film, or is it, if it's one of the nominees? I don't know if it has been selected yet. But I mean, I'm just so happy that these types of movies are getting more accepted into the mainstream now. So yeah, way to go. Carl, hi Sarah. Isolating this week, so I have the chance to watch plenty horrors which I haven't watched, including most Argentos. Oh, nice. So which one did you watch? Please let me know. I'm just going over my best movies of 2021. I did the worst and best TV shows and the worst horror movies, and now we're at best. Dennis, Sarah, watch Bikini Girl Swamp Massacre. No, I haven't actually. Is it any good or is it really bad? Okay, so we have 2 movies left. The top 2 of 2021. So, number 2 is The Stylist. Yes, I finally managed to watch the movie. I got the gorgeous Arrow edition and I finally watched it, and yeah, it was really good. I'm so happy they made a feature because I really liked the short film. So the stylist. A lonely hairstylist becomes obsessed with the lives of her clients and descends into murderous madness. So I mean, the main actress played by Najara Townsend, she's really good. She's she just portrayed this wonderfully, just showing so many different kinds of natural emotions. And then also, this felt in some ways kind of giallo inspired, just in a few shots. And the lighting kind of reminded me of some scenes of Suspiria. We had really good kill scenes, which really reminded me of Maniac. Yeah, the one from William Lustig. And overall, a surprisingly good movie. So good. So The Stylist is my number 2 uh, best horror movie of 2021. Peter, hi! Hi, Peter. Happy to have you here. Unfortunately, you missed a lot. But I'm just talking about my best horror movies of 2021. And I am at number 1 right now. So, my favorite horror movie of 2021 is a movie I reviewed on my Patreon page. And it is called The Sadness. Yes, it's also from Taiwan. So I have 2 movies from Taiwan in my top 5. I mean, how often do that happen? Not often. So I mean, Taiwan had a really good horror movie year. Yeah. But let's check out the Sadness. I just talked about the Stylist. So yeah, The Sadness. A young couple trying to reunite amid a city ravaged by a plague that turns its victims into deranged, bloodthirsty sadists. But this is so much more than that. Yeah. But we have this couple, and the woman who goes to work, the guy who stays home because he has some stuff to take care of, and then everyone suddenly turns violent, like really violent. So they have to, find a way to each other again. And it's a long way. And this one is just filled with gore. So if you love gore, underground movies, really dark and grim movies, then this is the movie for you. And yeah, I mean, there is one scene or one turn where the movie just turns super grim. It went from, lots of gore, very unique, to like, oof, that was grim. This is okay, this is on another level now. And it has a fantastic subway scene. That scene alone is 10 out of 10. And it is kind of where the woman, she takes a subway trying to get home, and then suddenly we have a person who's infected, with this violence. And just it goes berserk. Everyone goes berserk. And it's just fantastic. It's blood spraying, everything is gushing, it's madness, it's craziness. We have an umbrella going into a person's eye. I mean, it's, yeah. The movie just continues with that throughout the entire film. So we get these 2 storylines, one with the woman and one with the guy. I have to say, the storyline with the woman was a little more interesting to follow, but it has its reasons. But the movie as a whole is just fantastic. I was so happy watching that in the cinema. So if you haven't seen The Sadness, please do whenever you get the chance. My favorite movie of 2021. When I saw this at the cinema, I was like, this is going to be my favorite movie of 2021. And I think I saw it in September or early October. And I wasn't wrong. Yeah, I wasn't wrong. Peter, I looked at your channel 2 hours ago and I didn't see anything about a live stream tonight, so I didn't think there was gonna be one. Oh, I did post that there was gonna be a live stream, but I posted it together with the link to my latest New Year's Eve video. Yeah, I wanted to put those two together instead of having two separate posts. But I think I put it up. Yeah, I think I saw some people liking it. But you know, sometimes we miss things, and it's okay. It's okay. But it has been different without you, as always. Dennis, Sarah loves burgers. Yeah, I do. Burgers are really good. Peter, isn't there a scene in Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, where someone gets killed with an umbrella? I honestly don't remember if there is. I have to rewatch that movie if that is the case. Don't remember. There might be. Hmm. But yeah. But that umbrella thing in the sadness, that was good. That was amazing. So yeah, whenever you get the chance to check out that movie, hopefully it will be released on Blu-ray soon so I can add it to my collection. I need that in my collection. Yeah, I will search for it everywhere. Peter, I might be remembering wrong. Or you're right, because I don't really remember that movie so much except for all the, flashbacks and garbage day. Yeah. But yeah, there you have my best worst horror movies and TV shows of 2021. Yeah. Overall, it was a good year, but it was also filled with, you know, some horror movie disappointments that we talked about in the beginning, where I mentioned Halloween Kills, which I didn't like so much. There were some good things about it, some good ideas, a few good scenes, but overall it was a bit disappointing. Yeah. But then I saw a lot of good stuff, so I can't complain too much. And I'm just looking forward to everything that 2022 has to offer. Yeah. I have a feeling this will be a good horror year. But I say that every year. Yeah, so every year will be a good horror year. Carl. I loved Tenebrae, but struggle with Suspiria. So is Deep Red the next best one of his? Oof. I mean that broke my heart a little when you said you struggle with Suspiria. But it's okay. Not everyone loves it as much as I do. It's okay, Sarah. It's okay. It's okay. Yes. But Deep Red, yeah, Deep Red is really good. Yeah, I also really like that one. And you love Tenebrae, so that is good as well. But yeah, Deep Red is definitely one of his best. And I also liked Inferno. I did enjoy Mother of Tears, even though a lot of people don't. So it's a kind of guilty pleasure, I have to say. But then, if you haven't seen Opera or Terror at the Opera, I recommend that one. You have to watch Opera. Yeah, that is really, really good. Well, let's see what else I can recommend. Ooh, and we also, of course, we have Phenomena. So good. You have to watch Phenomena, and then you have to watch Bird with the Crystal Plumage. If you like Giallo movies, then you will like Bird with the Crystal Plumage, I think. 50% Matrix, 50% Underground, Sparkling Water for the Win. Yes, it's so good. This is with pomegranate apple. Really good. And I have lots of flavors. I always drink a lot of this, so it's good. Then I'm getting my water in, so that's good. Dennis, what smart Sarah think on Tragedy Girls? Ooh, Tragedy Girls is really good. I really like that movie. I haven't seen it since it came out in the cinema, so it was a few years ago, but it was really good. So let's see, Tragedy Girls. a twist on the slasher genre, following two death-obsessed teenage girls who use their online show about real-life tragedies to send their small Midwestern town into a frenzy and cement their legacy as modern horror legends. I did really like the performances of the main characters, and I liked the style of the movie. I think the dark humor really worked, and the kills were really good. So I definitely have to add this to my or I have to review this. Maybe for my next slasher area, not this one, because I said all the movies are set, the thumbnails are made. Can't change anything right now. Oh, and also I just put up the first slasher review of this month. Just before doing this live stream, I put up my review of The Initiation from 1984. So if you haven't seen it, please check it out after the live stream or whenever you can, of course. Yeah. Peter, I picked up the window box Arrow Blu-ray of Bird with the Crystal Plumage in fine condition, cheap from a third-party seller on Amazon UK. My first window box. Awesome. I know you've been talking about getting a window box. So I'm so happy that you did. And it's also such a good movie. Wow. I'm a little curious to know how much did you pay? You don't have to say if you don't want to, but I'm very curious. 50% mainstream, 50% underground. Ramlösa watermelon is one of my favorites. Yes, it's really good. I like almost all of the flavors except, is it like orange, appelsine? That one was a bit too bitter, I think. But almost every other flavor is really good. Then it's Tragedy Girls is black comedy. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, to have some more water. Then Sarah, what's your career? Well, currently I'm working as it's called a personal assistant here in Sweden. I help people who have physical and mental disabilities. So I help them with whatever they need. Yeah. And I like that job. It's really good. It's really good. But of course I enjoy doing YouTube as well. And of course doing movies, but I've kind of put that aside for now. Yeah, so it's okay. So I'm focusing on YouTube and I'm focusing on my main job. Yeah. Peter, I paid 107 Swedish crowns, including shipping. So for just the film, I paid less than 100. Poster, booklet, cover, and so on felt like brand new. That is a really good deal. Yeah, I remember buying my window boxes for, I think Battle Royale went for 400 Swedish crowns probably. And the other one probably the same. Yeah. But that was also at sci-fi conventions, and some tables they charge a lot for something that isn't that expensive. Dennis, I think you retired. Well, I haven't really retired from anything except martial arts. I've retired from that, but I'm keeping my options open, so to speak. I'll see what happens in the future. I'm taking one day at a time. Carl, I've got all the Arrow Blu-ray window box editions. Just need to watch them. Awesome. Nice. How many are there? Because I don't really keep track on how many there are. I know that I think I have 2, maybe. Yeah, if I'm correct. Yeah. But yeah, you do need to watch them, of course. Yes. So yeah, I think I will be here just for maybe 2 more minutes, just to chill down. And then I will probably watch a movie. Yeah. 50% mainstream, 50% underground. Doesn't Dawn of the Dead. Window box will go for some $100. I have no idea. Maybe. Could be. I just thought that when I bought, Battle Royale for like 400 or 500 crowns, that is like, I don't know, what is it? Between 50 and 60 bucks. I thought that was really expensive compared to, the Arrow sales and stuff like that. But I mean, they are window boxes, so they are quite rare. Carl, 27. Ooh, okay, 27. 50% mainstream, 50% underground, and Day of the Dead too. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know, but maybe. I mean, it could be possible. Peter, what's the other one you have besides Battle Royale? I think it's Tenebrae. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure it's Tenebrae. Dennis, sorry, sorry, listen, Artie Move? No, this band, no, I don't know that band. Is it good? What kind of music? Peter, I also ordered a few more Slasher Classic Collection titles. Offerings, Sweet 16, Bad Dreams and Scalps. Okay, nice. Yeah, offerings. I saw that one maybe a year ago. Sweet 16. Oh, I haven't seen that one in such a long time. I've seen it, but don't really remember a lot from it. Bad Dreams, I saw. What was that? 2 years ago, maybe? And it was okay. Yeah, worth a watch. And Scalps, oof. I will be watching that one pretty soon. Yes, I think I put it on the list to review it this month. Hopefully I did. At least in my mind I did. So I may or may not be reviewing it this month. But hopefully I will. But I have to rewatch it because I don't really remember a lot. But I remember some scalping. Hopefully. Carl, Zombie Flesh Eater's window box cost me 60. Only 500 made. Okay. Okay, well then maybe it wasn't such a bad price. Me buying that for, yeah, okay. I just thought, comparing to some other Arrow editions, I didn't even realize when I first saw the window edition, it was my first Arrow, and I didn't really know what Arrow was at that time, because I'm quite young. I was like, "Ooh, this looks nice," and then I just, I had them in my collection, and then I started collecting Arrow like for real, like more seriously, and then I just forgot about the window editions. I was like, oh, that they were so expensive, but now maybe I'm thinking maybe they weren't that expensive. And then it's I love Swedish music, Covenant, Colony 5, Me the Tiger, Sturm Cafe. Okay. Honestly, I haven't heard any of these bands, but I mostly listen to the same bands I did while growing up. So the bands I listen to most are like Placebo, Rammstein, System of a Down, like Offspring, Papa Roach, yeah, stuff like that. But I'm trying to find other bands as well. But I always go back to what I know. Yeah, I'm so different with movies that I'm always watching something new, and I rarely rewatch anything. But now reviewing stuff, I had to rewatch a lot. So yeah, but I'm liking it. I'm liking rewatching things now. But I'm still prefer watching something new that I haven't seen. Peter, yes, you showed you have the DVD of Scalps in one of your videos. I got the Blu-ray from a third-party seller on Amazon. Yeah, I did. I did. Okay, nice. Yeah, I bought the DVD from someone through Facebook actually. Yeah, because they're like selling it for quite cheap. and I was looking for it because I was planning on reviewing it for this year's slasher. So I'm like, perfect. Yeah, give it to me. Then it's this Swedish electronic music. Okay, okay, it's good to know. Yeah. Okay, I'm quite tired and I have a movie to watch, so I am ending this live stream right now. But thank you to everyone for joining, of course. And next week, we will be discussing slasher movies. Yes, so I'm really looking forward to our Slashuary live stream. And I will be bringing up a pile of slasher movies I own. And also check out my review of The Initiation, which was posted today. Ah, okay, I still have to pick up Arrow's more recent release of Bird with Crystal Plumage since it has better PQ. Okay, well, a lot of editions of the same movie, which is amazing. It's not wrong. It's good. It's good. But thank you all so much for watching and have an amazing rest of the day, night, or evening. So, yeah, thank you a lot. Bye.